Hey guys, the project I developed requires my ninth grade students to create an infographic that illustrates significant events of the 1850s that caused division in the United States leading up to the Civil War. What they're going to do is choose any 5 of these 10 events that they will define and explain using a combination of text, images, audio, and video into their infographic. They'll be able to choose from the following events, this one being the abolitionist movement, the controversial Fugitive Slave Act of 1850, the publication of Uncle Tom's Cabin, the Kansas-Nebraska Act of 1854, the birth of the Republican Party, also in that same year, Bleeding Kansas, something that many of you in this class certainly are well aware of, and the caning of Charles Sumner, the Dred Scott decision, John Brown's attack on Harper's Ferry, and finally the election of Lincoln in 1860, which began the secessionist movement, beginning with South Carolina leaving the Union. The learning objectives are as follows. Students will identify and analyze critical events of the 1850s. They will make connections between each event. Students will evaluate the impact of each event, and students will exhibit their knowledge using a lot of technology by entering in text, images, audio, and video into their infographic created with Visme. Some of the ISTE standards that are going to be incorporated into my lesson are as follows. The teaching standards T1B, engaging students in exploring real-world issues and solving authentic problems using digital tools and resources. T2A, design or adapt relevant learning experiences that incorporate digital tools and resources to promote student learning and creativity. The student standards are S3A, students plan and employ effective research strategies to locate information. And S3C, students curate information from digital resources using a variety of tools and methods to create collections of artifacts that demonstrate meaningful connections or conclusions. As I mentioned earlier, the tool that they're going to be using to create their infographic is called Visme. It's a very user-friendly site, and it's also, more importantly, a free site. So that's all they're going to do is go to the home page, and at the top they're going to click on where it says Infographics, and then from there they'll scroll down to where it says Timeline, and then they are going to click on Historical Timeline, where you see the arrow pointing. And I chose this one because it kind of looks like a chain. So each link in the chain is some sort of significant event that ultimately leads to the Civil War. And it's important because they understand that the chain, it's all connected. All these events kind of led into one another. And what they're going to do after they click on that historical timeline is they'll see the default timeline, if you will, with a lot of images that they have to kind of just click on and delete. So we're just going to click on everything and clean it up a little bit. And then once they do this, they're going to start following the rubric that I will give them on the creation of their infographic. And like I said, it's very user-friendly, so that's all they're going to do here is the first thing they'll do is just click on the text button, where they're going to enter the date of the event that they chose and also the name of the event in the location that you see right there next to date and event. And they'll do that for all the other links in the chain, if you will. Then they're going to go out and find an image on the internet that best illustrates the name of the event. And then they are going to eventually upload a video. And the video that they're going to upload is a video that they're going to create. So their infographic is going to have for each event a video, some sort of an image of the event, and the date and the name of the event. So let's talk about the video that they're going to create. Now, what I decided to do after doing assignment 4 on creating an animated video, when I chose to do mine with Powtoon, I had a lot of fun with it, and I just figured that this would be a great opportunity for the kids to use new technology and be able to show their creativity by creating their own little Powtoon video, stating some facts about the event that they choose, and also stating their case as to why they believe that event played a significant role in causing the war. Here is a copy of the rubric that they are going to have to follow in their creation of their Powtoon video. What they're going to do is choose, after they choose their 5 events, they're going to have to create a Powtoon video for each of those events, and each video has to consist of a minimum of 7 slides. Slide 1 would be the introductory video slide, and that's just going to come with the name of the event, the same image that they use for their infographic to illustrate the event. They're going to use that same image, and then they have to use a Powtoon animated character, one that they can hopefully find that's most fitting to exactly what they're describing as far as using the expressions of the character. Slides 2 through 6 are going to be 5 slides that they are going to use or create, and it's going to be where they're going to list a significant fact, a fact that's important and relevant to give the viewer a clear understanding about the event. Each slide will also consist of a Powtoon animated character, and they can still use that same character, and again, hopefully using an expression that is fitting with whatever fact that they are stating in that particular slide. And each slide will consist of a minimum of 1 unused image that is related to the fact. So what I mean by an unused image is they can't reuse the same image that they used in their introductory slide, or the same image that they therefore also used in their infographic. And then the concluding slide is a slide that they are going to explain how this event caused division in the country. This is going to require some research and some higher order thinking, and that is why I upped the requirement to the number of points to 5, because this is going to be the focus, showing their ability to critically think. And then what they are going to do is, after they create their video, they are going to upload it to their infographic. To help them better understand exactly what I'm looking for in their video, I'm going to show them the video I created for assignment 4, which was a Powtoon video on the Dred Scott decision. Here it is. Okay, so what is my big takeaway for this project? First takeaway is, I think it's a kind of a twofold takeaway, and I believe that students need to understand that the Civil War was a slow boil of national events throughout the 1850s, each one adding to the temperature of the slavery debate. And the other one is very important to me. I think that it is immersing students in technology to help them develop their skills using digital tools and resources. And I think that this project does a good job of kind of forcing them to certainly get their feet wet and dig into a deeper level of understanding of technology, especially using the Powtoon. So that's it. Let me know what you guys think. Take care.